Hello and welcome to the CTO show with Mehmet. My name is Mehmet, and in each episode, I will be exploring the latest trends, insights, and strategies in topics like cybersecurity, digital transformation, emerging tech, startups, and entrepreneurship. From thought leaders and innovators to entrepreneurs and founders, who will hear from experts across a wide range of industries who are driving change and making an impact in the world of tech and business. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get started. Welcome back. Today, actually, I want to discuss another topic, but I saw an article that caught my eyes, and I thought it's a good reminder on this episode to bring this subject again. Today, I will be talking about something which is on the news lines every single day, and it's an urgent subject, one that is keeping many CEOs, CFOs, CIOs, CISOs awake at night. Yes, you guessed it, cybersecurity. There's an interesting article from Tech Radar I want to discuss, which reveals that most CEOs now view cybersecurity and ransomware in specific as more significant concern than economic performance. And let us not forget, this holds especially true for startups and small medium businesses. So let's get started. According to a recent report by Palo Alto Networks, it has become evident that CEOs are increasingly recognizing cyber attacks as major external threat, even greater than economic uncertainty. With a rising number of ransomware attacks and escalating cybercrime activities, CEOs are finding it difficult to ensure the safety of their firm's endpoints. But what's even more surprising is that only a minority believe they fully understand the risks they are up against. Are we ready for the challenges in cybersecurity? And how can we improve our readiness? The report reveals some fascinating insights. Despite the fear and lack of understanding, most CEOs remain more confident in their ability to tackle ransomware attacks. Almost 78% are confident in their tested plans for threat protection and recoverability, with 74% stating their firms can easily adapt to changing threats. But this confidence doesn't necessarily translate into the best practices. So let's talk about ransomware attacks. Ransomware attacks are becoming an increasing concern for organizations worldwide. In fact, a third of the CEOs surveyed said they would work with an incident response team in case of an attack, and 34% would even consider paying the ransom. But here's where we need to pause and consider the implications. Paying the ransom doesn't guarantee that you will get your data back, and it certainly doesn't prevent future attacks. Actually, it may just fund more ransomware operations, and based on my previous experience, if you pay the ransom, they will come back after you. So, what's the solution? Cybersecurity experts and law enforcement agencies recommend to use proper backup solutions, possibly air gap, as a safety measure. It's critical to establish strong cybersecurity practices and have robust recovery plans in place. And of course, this is where startups and small medium businesses need to pay special attention. In addition to ransomware attacks, another trend we are seeing in the market is data breaches. I talked about this subject before, but just as a reminder, data breaches is the attack that tries to extract the data, send it to the hackers, and then they will use it against you. And usually they combine it with a ransomware attack, and this is what they call it double extortion attack. So basically, they will tell you if you don't pay the ransom, we're gonna release this data and sell it or maybe put it in the dark web. Now, If I talk about startups and small medium businesses who might think they are not big enough to be targets, this is could not be further from the truth. Data breaches can be particularly devastating for these businesses. Why? Because if you are a startup, I'm sure you have a technology that you put in place, you want to safeguard it. And the first thing, especially if you are doing something different and you have your designs, your code, or blueprints, they will come after that. And this could affect your intellectual property. It could affect your growth strategy. And even they could steal some financial statements which you don't want to reveal it to the public. This would lead to financial loss, reputational damage, and even, and I'm highlighting this, especially if you have customer data, you could be under a regulatory penalties. It's crucial for startups and small medium businesses to prioritize cybersecurity and data protection right from the start. I wanted to highlight this topic today because I think it's important. As usual, if you have any questions or feedback about this episode or about the show in general, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you need any help in tackling these challenges, also feel free. Let's have a discussion together. Thank you very much for listening today. And as I say in usual, if you didn't subscribe yet to this podcast, please do so. I will be also more than happy if you want to become a guest with me. We can discuss this as well. Thank you very much for listening, and until we meet the next episode.